We got a bit of carnage here on the ye old rock picker that we gotta fix. All these chains are breaking. So with these rock pickers, these chains are kind of a known thing to break. It actually came with 2 of them, and I used 2 of them yesterday and replaced them. And I thought I just had 1 broke today, but nope, we got 3 broke today. We were in some really thick rock yesterday. So I went and looked how much these chains are. And for 4 links of chain, $30. How does 4 links of chain cost $30? I think not. I think not. We're gonna try to figure something else out. I think what I'm gonna end up doing here is yesterday, the chains that I broke, I'm gonna take them broken links. I'm gonna take the cutting torch here. We're gonna cut them. We're gonna open them up and we're gonna weld it back shut, because $30 for 4 links of chain is ridiculous, and I don't see why this wouldn't work. You just got to get a little bit more creative. With $3 corn, this is what I'm resulting to. There we go, all welded up. Now we got to put them all back together. If anyone knows where I could find some chain like this, it needs to have these giant loops in it in order to get my spacers in there, I think. So I couldn't just take some normal chain. It needs to be some relatively heavy chain, big loops, I think, and then I can make it work. Otherwise, I don't know. I'm gonna be welding these in for a little while. How many do I got? I can weld up 3 more broken chains. So like this chain here, I believe is relatively the same size. Actually, that's a little smaller. So it's bigger than 3/8. Huh, bigger than 3/8, and I gotta have these giant loops. Where can I find some, guys? Well, I got this big girl put back together and greased up. She's ready to go. Cameron's over here removing the cylinder guards off of the Jenkins skeleton rock bucket here. I'm not too sure why. They said they're rubbing the cylinder, so if I was gonna start leaking in there, they're nothing but a pain in the butt, so I'll take their word for it. Well, I think I'm officially really putting this rock picker to work and seeing what it's actually capable of. I don't know if you guys can see that out there, but there's a lot of rock. And it's doing it. I don't think it likes it, but it's doing it. We're cruising at 0.23443 miles an hour. You know, it's almost hard to walk out here and not walk on rock. I mean, look at this. Granted, they are smaller-ish. I mean, there's some bigger ones, but it's pretty much cobblestone out here. Holy smokes, guys, look at this. It's a rock. I still can't understand how we have so many rock. Like, this has already been across, believe it or not, twice and been picked. And this is, after you chisel plow it, what comes up again. It's unreal. That rock pile over there, fun fact, it's 0.26 of an acre. A rock pile. And there's like a lot of them in this field. The piece we're working on over there, though, we're just burying them as soon as we get them picked, they go straight into a hole. We're not piling. That thing's got to get buried. Back when we made that rock pile, we didn't have the large excavators yet, so that was kind of our only option. You know, I'm out here talking about rocks. It's because I'm waiting for Dad for the rope. I'm stuck again. Oh boy, we're really stuck. Okay, I'm a little nervous because we're leaning like a lot. Sorry, JT, or sorry guys. I had the radio on. Couldn't actually record the pulling out part. Well, here's the aftermath of that hill I was walking on, and it was nothing but almost cobblestone. You couldn't walk anywhere without walking on rock. I went across it like 3 times, and I think that's as good as we're gonna get for now. It'd be nice to work it up and go across it a few more times, because there are definitely still rock down there, but I can't spend forever, or all day, basically forever, on one 2-acre hill. I gotta move to the next. This is now plantable. We can grow a crop on it. Before we come back to this again, I gotta get the rest of the field done. Well, all things said and done, even though we're not done yet, I think I'd give this Halo Scorpio 550, however you call it, I think I'd almost give her a 5-star. I mean, it's built tough. In videos, it doesn't seem built tough, but in person, it's built tough. And we've picked Basic math says 1,200 semi-loads of rock with this thing already, which is an insane amount. Got a few weeds on it. Those are not optimal conditions, but it worked-ish. If you guys are ever thinking about getting one of these, I'd recommend it. It works in literally almost all conditions that suck or don't suck. Obviously, better conditions work better. I'm gonna give a quick shout out to Wisconsin Rock Equipment. That's where we got it from. And here's a number if you have any questions about this thing and want to learn about it and want one. I don't know. His name's Donnie. That's who we called. I actually found him on YouTube. He was a lot of help. Didn't know what rock picker to go with. We were thinking of this or a different brand, and we ended up going with this one because he was so helpful and knew his stuff. So pays to have a good salesperson, I guess. Well, we're back at it. I'm up here working on this new ground that we're trying to get broke up so we can farm it. And I think I'm finally on my last day of digging rock with a large excavator here. All I got left is a few rock right down here, literally as far as the excavator can reach for about 100 feet, and then a little piece over there. And I finally got all the excavator work done in this field for the year, I think. I think I spent close to 400 hours in that machine now, give or take. But yeah, around there. I think the machine definitely is due for an oil change. And as soon as I get this done, I'm gonna be jumping back into the rock picker that you guys saw. If you haven't saw, go back and look at the previous video of our Elho Scorpio, and I'm gonna finish picking this after Brandon runs across it with the chisel pull later today. Cameron, I think you got a little bit of dirt with your rock there. We finally went about 2 weeks now without rain, and all the lower areas like down here where it's been super wet and the payloaders haven't been able to get around. It's kind of been doable. You can kind of see they're sinking a little bit, but it ain't too bad. Would you look at that? I think I found me a piece of old petrified wood, it looks like. He's sinking. Joey, you're gonna get stuck. He says it's wet. I think he's stuck. So he dumps the rock. Would you like some help yet? He says, yeah. I'm coming. Well, that was easy enough getting them out. Well, I officially got all the excavator work done up there, ripping out rock. I don't think should be any more of that. So now we're gonna go back up and finish up with the hay picker. Yeah, we're gonna pick hay with this rock picker, guys. Boy, am I dumb. With this rock picker, I said hay because our other rock pickers are called Hay Busters as the brand. Well, we ran it for a week. It ran for 7 days, I believe. Maybe it was 8, but either way, around that ballpark, 7 to 8 days. Full days of 10 to 12 hours, I suppose. And we wore it out in 1 week. This is what it's supposed to look like. Here's a template for these pickers. So we can have steel cut out and then we can weld it in. So here's what it's supposed to look like versus what it actually looks like. I think I'd say it's pretty wore down. And that's just 1 week's worth of picking. They told us we'd be able to get like 1,000 acres out of a set of teeth. I don't even know that we got 100 out of it. They don't have rock like we do. That's insane. Like, this is what the tooth used to be. We wore a rock picker out in 1 week, guys. I'm gonna run a bit of a grease gun to this thing, and I think we're gonna get going.